Hello, 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 and welcome to the webinar. My name is Dr. Ross Lambert, and I'm excited that you've joined me here today. I want to discuss 3 ways that anybody can make additional income without getting another job this year. In this webinar, you're going to discover how really anybody can make up for lost time and create a residual income and true wealth. Even with all your daily demands, how you can create financial relief for yourself. You'll discover how I was a busy, successful professional, not quite earning what I needed to support my family, but I still earned a 5-figure check every month while being a doctor full time. And we're going to learn how to get out of the endless cycle of barely getting by. I've worked with lots and lots of people over the last 20 years who desperately wanted their own thing, and many of them got it. So who is this for? Well, maybe you're sick and tired of being sick and tired. Maybe you're fed up with the financial rug which has been pulled out from under you too many times. Maybe you're making good money, but you can't get ahead no matter how much more you make. Maybe you're freaked out about retirement. Maybe you have no assets and nothing substantial growing for you. Perhaps you're panicked about how you're going to send your kids to college, or maybe you just want your own money. Here's my promise to you today. I'm going to teach you how to catch up financially without getting another job, without joining some pie-in-the-sky make-money scheme or quick deal, or going back to school for another degree. Let's get real. Reality is, life's not so easy. Divorces are rampant. More than 50% of all marriages don't make it. Maybe your career's gone offshore or gone online. Or maybe AI right now is huge. Maybe that's threatening your future. In the last recession, maybe your 401k looked like a 201k. Maybe you got a lot of school loans that you don't know how in the world you're going to pay them off. Government obviously is not going to help you. We're in a crazy economy. It's up and down. Looking really good right now. 2 years ago, it looked really, really bad. Or maybe you just want to fire your boss, get rid of your job. This is reality. Maybe you don't have any money. Maybe you have no oh shit fund. Maybe you can't afford to buy a house. Let's fix that. What are you doing with your life? You can't cut your budget by $1. You're done with taking family cheap vacations that aren't memorable. You're certainly tired of clipping coupons to try to save money. Are you feeling trapped with no way out? Well, let's fix that. The biggest problem right now is time's ticking. Every day you're closer to retirement. Friends of yours are already dying of cancer and heart disease, and you can't rely on I've got plenty of time anymore. The government isn't going to bail you out. They're not going to take care of you. It's only going to get worse. Will Social Security be there when we get to be 65 years of age? Congress talks about raising the retirement age every year. Does your stomach flip around thinking about your retirement? Has your education taken you to the executive income status that you want? Is there more month at the end of the money? Can your emergency fund take care of you for months without a worry? Well, who am I? I'm Dr. Ross Lambert. I was a very successful periodontist and dental implant surgeon with 2 busy offices in the Philadelphia metropolitan area. I had 2 other docs working for me and 17 employees. That was a headache, let me tell you. And in case you don't realize it, doctors don't earn as much as you think they do. especially in dentistry. We got a huge overhead. Well, in 1995, one of my dental implant sales guys came into my office and introduced me to a business outside of dentistry. And initially, I wasn't so interested, but he came back around a couple of times and showed me how much money he was earning outside of his dental implant sales career. I couldn't believe it. But I had no experience in anything like this. I hadn't learned anything at all outside of dentistry. They don't teach you any business in dental school. But it sounded good, so I got started with him, and I simply followed his directions because he was very successful. I worked hard, and believe it or not, I achieved the top position in the company in 2 short years of working part-time. And it was a godsend, because let me tell you, 5 years later, in 2000, my profession experienced a significant slowdown. Interest rates were off the chart, and I had just built a new office, the Taj Mahal. I mean, it was beautiful, but I was up to my elbows in debt, and I couldn't even make the payments sometime. Well, thank goodness I had my financial butt covered with my other business, or I'd probably be on the street or at the stadium selling t-shirts. Despite the slowdown, 5-figure checks came to me every month from my outside business. In 2006, I sold my practices because I was earning far more money from my part-time business than I was earning as a doctor. Let me tell you something, that's sick. That ain't right, but it is what it is. Us baby boomers and the Gen Xers, we make it, we lose it. We start over, we reinvent ourselves. I mean, I've reinvented myself several times over the years. Well, you got to do what you got to do, and now's the time. We all want financial safety and security. Can you make up for lost time? How are you going to do that? After getting hit by 2 recessions and COVID, I realized that only I can build, rebuild, and secure my finances. If it's going to be, it's up to me. Well, first I learned there are 2 types of income, and I've tried 3 ways to create it. You can make money with your hands. I mean, being a dentist is like being a plumber. I'll only earn as much as I can do with my 2 hands. And that's now money. You can earn now money, or you can earn residual money, or you can earn both. Let's talk about it. Each of these 3 ways, I'm going to be giving you my pros and cons. I'll be talking about the now money and the later money. Well, I'll tell you what I did. I tried investing in stocks. That didn't work out so well. It's a crapshoot, especially if you don't know what you're doing. I even tried day trading. Man, I lost my shirt doing that. That didn't work. The pros of the stock market is you can start with a little bit of money, but don't expect to earn a lot of money. If you have a little spare cash, you can put it in the market. You may get lucky. If you can get your account big enough, you might have stocks that pay dividends, and that produces residual income. But you need to have the right stocks. And you need to invest a fair amount of money. Buy and sell day trading is now money. You make money every day, as long as your stocks go up and you sell them when they're high. Buy them when they're low, sell them when they're high. So if you know how to time it, you can make a lot of money. Let me tell you, it's not so easy. Huge risk of loss in the market is a large learning curve. Or maybe you can give your money to some stock broker or an advisor, some management firm. Well, they might do well. They also might not. The market's very volatile, goes up and down every day, month to month, year to year. You could have a huge recession and lose it all in a moment. Well, then I tried real estate. I took real estate courses. I even got my real estate license. The pros of real estate is you can make lots of residual income if you buy properties and rent them out. But it takes money to make money. You got to have a lot of money to do that. You could buy properties and sell or flip them. That's now money. And you can make a lot of money if you play it big. The cons, you can lose your shirt. I got scared to death one time. I lost money, a lot of money. I went into a Jersey Shore beach property with a group of 5 people. We bought the property for $900,000. Then the market dropped. Recession hit. Interest rates were up in the teens. And we couldn't carry it. We were forced to sell that property for $500,000. I lost $80,000 in that deal. The learning curve in real estate, it overwhelmed me. There's so much to learn. If you don't know what you're doing, good luck. You need a mentor. You need to have somebody take you by the hand and show you what to do. If you manage your own properties, that's great. But you're going to be called all the time with problems that your renters are having. It's time consuming, and you're going to have lots of headaches. The third way is you could start your own business. A lot of people start their own businesses. When my industry was going down and headed in the wrong direction, that's when I started my business. I didn't realize what was going to happen. I didn't realize the bottom was going to drop out around 2000. There's a lot of businesses you could buy. You could do a franchise. It produces now money. And you can produce residual income as well. But the big ones that make a lot of money cost a lot of money. And the big ones like McDonald's and Burger King and Wendy's and Dunkin' Donuts and franchises like that, they cost millions, and you can't buy just one. You have to buy many. The other thing with franchises is they have a manual. And you have to follow the manual. You have to follow their rules exactly the way they do it. A McDonald's hamburger has to taste the same in Philadelphia as it tastes in Tokyo. Got to be made the same way. You got to go to hamburger school, and you got to do it their way. And it's their way or the highway. If you don't follow their directions and you don't run your franchise exactly the way they tell you, they dump you. It's not so easy. And it's long hours. Home-based business, well, that's what I did. It produces now money and residual money. And it produces it fast. And we'll talk a little bit more about that. Some people are able to quit their job in a year. Third way is you could buy a brick and mortar business. And I tried this too. I partnered with my brother in restaurants. My brother worked that business from 6 a.m. to 3 a.m. every day, barely slept. If you don't bust your butt, you don't make any money. Most people never get to the residual point. And quite frankly, most small businesses fail. You could do affiliate marketing, like work with Amazon or with ClickBank. And that looks easy, but no, sir, I tried that too. I tried working with ClickBank. Too complicated. I tried it. You can produce residual income, but it takes a long time. And there's a lot of competition, I chose the home-based business when my dental implant sales guy came in the office because he illustrated to me that it was fast and the most direct way that I would be able to supplement my income. And I saw what he had done in a couple of short years. Owning your own home-based business gives you time flexibility. You can give yourself a raise whenever you want to. You can work in your pajamas or work in your underwear if you like. Also, I like directly helping people change their lives. I've always helped people. That's what doctors do. In my home-based business, I'm able to help people with their health, and I'm able to help people change their lives financially. And I like to travel. And this gives me the freedom to travel because I don't have to go to an office every day. I can work from anywhere, as long as I have my laptop with me. Here's my family in the middle picture. I've got 3 beautiful daughters, and I've got 6 terrific grandchildren. I'm very blessed. My wife of many years, the only wife I've had, is in the upper right-hand corner. Yes, and that's a bourbon in my hands. We love to take cruises. We love to go sailing on our 36-foot Catalina. And the picture in the upper left is one of our conventions. When I rose to the highest position in the company in a couple of years, I wound up being a speaker, a presenter for the company in front of tens of thousands of people. A lot of fun, very exhilarating, and very enjoyable. Well, you might be thinking, wait a minute, I've done this before. That never worked for me. Well, I understand that, because it doesn't work for most people. You're right. Most people fail. But why do you think that is? I'm going to tell you why. Because there are crazy limited and competitive markets. You have to choose the company right. You have to choose something unique. It's labor intensive. If there are unproven strategies, if you don't know what you're doing and the people you're working with don't know what they're doing, it's not going to work. Startup companies, startup direct sales companies, most of them fail. They're undercapitalized and they don't make it. Most people are not professionally trained. You need to have somebody who knows what they're doing, who's been successful at it, to hold your hand and get you started the right way and give you the right support and the right backup and the right training every step of the way. With that kind of guidance, you'll make it. The only way it works is with strategic training, simple duplicatable systems, proven leadership, and by taking action. Is it right for you? Well, I don't know. A lot of people do fail. But that's because they were set up to do so, because they came into the wrong business, or they didn't have a good leader, or they didn't have good systems, or the product was not right. But they didn't know that when they went into it. Creating a 6-figure income without getting another job is possible. I'm living proof of that. My mentor was living proof of that. And you have 2 choices. You can figure this all out by yourself and probably fail and lose some time and money. Or you can get help from someone who's paid the price before you, who knows how to do it, and who can fast track you to the top. And I can do that for you. So you got to figure out which door you want to go through. You have a choice. How can I help you? Well, I can tell you this. I'll set aside this very week to speak to you personally about fixing your current reality versus staying stuck the rest of your life. Let's chat. Who is this for? Well, you have to be committed to shaking things up and making a big change in your life. You must be willing to invest in yourself. You have to be serious about doing it the right way, working with the right people, and not jumping into some get-rich-quick scheme or gimmick or some shiny thing. You got to be willing to work. You got to be willing to get your feet moving and do what you're told. How much is it costing your sanity to stay where you are? Is your marriage suffering because of your work schedule? If you could, wouldn't you travel more? Is debt driving you crazy? I don't know. Your kids growing up without you being there? If you wanted to, could you live anywhere you want? Could you change your zip code now? Could your kids go to different schools? How much does it cost you and your family if you're in the same place 10 years from now? How much longer are you going to wait to step into the life that you want? Today can be the first day of the rest of your life, isn't it? Here's a reality check for you. The average lifespan is 71 years of age. Where are you in relation to this? Every day, birth is a beginning and death is a destination, okay? Time's ticking away. And if you don't fix your problem, if you don't fix this, you only have one shot or it's kaput. That's the end. I can tell you this, as you get older, time accelerates. It goes faster and faster. I can't believe I have 6 grandchildren. Where did the time go? I remember when they were little tykes. Let's lay out a plan together so you can be the guy or girl in charge of your time and in charge of your bank account. Let's pull you up by your bootstraps and get you out of the ashes for good. Let's help you finally succeed and get the results you need in your life, and let's do it right now. The next step, click the button next to this video. That'll take you to Facebook Messenger, where you and I can connect. I'll ask you a bunch of questions about your life, where you are, what you've gone through, and where you'd like to go. I want to know as much as possible about you so I can determine if I can help you and if this is something that you're looking for in your life right now. If you've had the financial rug pulled out too many times, and for whatever reason, or no matter how hard you work or how many promotions you've gotten, you just simply can't get ahead, well, we need to talk. We need to talk now. If you'd like to be independent from everybody else, own your own thing, secure your own income, stop working for the man, this may or may not be for you, but we need to connect to determine that. Let's talk. So again, click the button next to this video and let's get the ball rolling in the right direction. So many people are making good incomes, but they're unhappy because they're doing a job they don't like, or it's unfulfilling, or it's pulling them away from their family. There are other ways to earn additional income or start a new career without doing more of the same, but first we need to talk. I'm looking to partner with a few key people so we can lock arms together and achieve our goals together. I know how to do this, and I can show you and help you do it too. This isn't one of those things where you get to it later, because 99% of the people who leave this tab open and intend to come back never do. Then what happens? Another 6 months, a year, 5 years go by, and nothing's different. If you keep on doing what you've been doing, you're going to keep on getting what you've been getting. And you've heard this expression, doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different result. That's the definition of insanity. Will you be stuck in the same life you have today and a year from now? If you don't make any changes, is anything going to be different? If you're not going to do work with me, what are you going to do? Let me ask you this question. Did you achieve the goals you set out to accomplish last New Year's Eve? Let's talk. Click the button next to the video and let's chat as soon as possible. I usually check messages a few times a day, so I'll get back to you just as soon as I can. My name is Dr. Ross Lambert. I want to thank you for spending time with me here today, and have a great rest of your day.